Hey guys, it's Alex with ALX Rods, and I want to talk about the right rods for swim jigs. Okay, so a lot of times in the spring and then again in the fall, swim jigs get real popular. And I wanted to touch base about what rods we recommend for swim jigs. Right now, my favorite rod across the board for swim jigs is the ZOLO Toadface. And yes, it's our frog rod, but if you think about it, a swim jig and a frog aren't real incredibly different. They're both going to be cast up, usually a little bit more shallow. They're going to be cast around a lot of cover. They both have heavy wire hooks. They're both moving baits, and they both require a rod with a good bit of backbone for a very good hook set. So, like right here, I've got a Victory Tackleworks Clean Sweep Swim Jig. This is in the Chart Glimmer Shad color. And I like to throw that when the water gets a little murky, a little muddy. After some of these fall showers that we have, the water will brown up a little bit. Gives just that little bit of chartreuse, gives just a little extra kick. And fish really seem to like to key in on it. Usually, I don't have a trailer on it right now, but usually I tie some type of a swim or thread some type of a paddle tail type swim bait on the back. And but this one's a 1/2 ounce. I like both a 3/8 and a 1/2 ounce swim jig on the Toadface. Like I said, it's my favorite rod, and the reason is because with the tip on that medium heavy, it's a medium heavy plus, so that tip on it it loads up really well and can cast either the 3/8 or the 1/2 ounce extremely well. I can be on a point and throw it way down the point. I can be running a bank and cast way down the bank, but the heavy backbone in the rod, remember, it's a medium heavy plus, so that means that it has a medium heavy tip with a heavy backbone. What that does is it really gives me some good hook set power to be able to set when that fish comes up and just swallows that swim jig. I've really got a lot of rod there, a lot of reserve power in the rod to be able to set that hook, really drive that big solid hook in the roof of the fish's mouth. With swim jigs this time of the year, I really like to focus a lot around cover. I'll throw it a lot around blowdowns. I'll throw it through stumps, even kind of swimming around some rocks and stuff. So it's really important too that I have the backbone to be able to get that fish away from that cover and get it away so it doesn't break me off. Typically, I'm running braid with about a 15 to 20 pound fluoro leader. Just depends. I like 15, but if I'm in some really gnarly stuff, I'll put 20 on. I also really like the 7/2 length. The 7/2 length gives me a really good long cast, but it also gives me enough rod for a good hook set. The longer the rod, the bigger the arc you're going to have, and the more of a hook set you're going to be able to, the more line you're going to move on the hook set, giving you a bigger hook set. But at the same time, it also isn't too long, and I can flip and pitch really easily because I am casting around a lot of blowdowns and different things like that. So for me, that 7'2" medium heavy plus is perfect, which is the ZOLO Toadface for a swim jig. In the ENOX line, the BMJ is a really good choice because it's a medium heavy plus as well. Personally, I don't need to go up to the ENOX. I've always fished the Toadface. But in the ICOS line, I would recommend the Promise 7. And if you want a little bit longer, you like a little bit longer rod, the ICOS Promise 73 is going to be a great swim jig rod. So remember, those ICOS rods are real general purpose. They cover a lot of different techniques, and if you're looking for something like, you're looking for something where you need a lot of versatility, the ICOS is the way to go. In any case, guys, I hope that helps you out with swim jigs, maybe gives you a few tips and a few ideas. And again, if you have any questions on a technique or the right rod for how you're fishing, just give us a call, drop us an email. I love helping people out, love talking fishing, and look forward to hearing from you. Thanks.